I've always wanted to play a dad, and you know, I was a little nervous because you never know, you know, who they were going to cast. And Kevin Chacon is literally this kid is he's not only a dear friend of mine now, but I met him right away, and I met his family. I was like, this kid is something very special. And I remember working, first couple weeks we were working, I remember having a scene with Kristen himself, myself and him, and he looked over at the director, and the director had given him some sort of direction. And I forgot exactly what he said to her, but I remember looking at Kristen, I was like, it was like if a 20-year-old veteran was working, and this is his first thing he's ever done. He just has the chops, man. You know, you can't teach that. He has got so much charisma. I'm pretty sure he stole my limelight every time we were on scene, on camera, and I love Kevin, man. He made it really easy to fall in love with him, you know? He's just a
awesome.
good kid.
Well, when you were sort of figuring out the kind of father you were going to play and be, were you thinking of personal touch points? I know on Instagram you're a pretty awesome uncle.
I am. Yeah.
So were you thinking of that relationship? What were you tapping into to become your father?
You know what? For me in this role, I did a lot of journaling. I built more than I did with Power, with the show I was on before. I built a lot of backstory to this guy. Coming into a season that's already established and stuff, I had a very, you know, I had points of what he had been through, but I realized that he has a dark past of his own, and I feel like the show every character has their own demons they're really trying to work through. So I really wanted to give him a strong backstory of where he came from and why he spent some time in jail and why all these things happen and why he's going through a divorce and, you know, and going through this custody battle with Vito. And so I spent a lot of time journaling. And, you know, I'm not a dad yet, but I do have so many friends of mine all have kids now, and I got a 3-year-old pup who's like my life. So I literally, like, it may sound cheesy or not, but I just kind of really worked on, you know, sensations of how much happiness this little guy has brought into my life and what it means to have him, and if he was taken away or killed or whatever it may be. Like, just tapping into all those things as I was journaling really helped me prepare for this.